What's up?
What's up, guys? She's already dropping McGrath. Welcome back to another edition of Write This Down. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's always tough to say out loud.
Like, share, subscribe. It's not that difficult. But we do want to remind you to hit that little bell in the corner so you guys can get notifications. Because we're going to try to be doing some more shorts so you guys can get notifications for when we put stuff up.
You see how she treats me? Also, before we start this episode, guys, Lindsay and I are in the process of looking and...
It literally sounded like that was like some type of like us expecting announcement. You were like, Lindsay and I, and I was
really?
Yeah, the way the...
I mean, it's pretty exciting news. We're actually in the process right now of learning and also researching on how to travel to North Korea.
So we did just watch this video.
We just watched
it. It was wild. And I honestly could say the country looks beautiful, and I'm too scared.
The whole time I'm like, that looks dope.
Her
time she's like, nope. Why are the kids clapping nonstop for 3 hours? Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. A part of my mind goes into, what are places that you're not supposed to go? What are some adventurous, unique scenarios?
Okay, well, listen,
like,
you also have to remember...
I'm not going to support the country.
No, I know, but I just don't... I mean, I don't trust it. And now that this is on the internet, I definitely can never go. Because they're going to be like, that girl, we seen her talk about the country. But no, like, you also have to remember, like, I remember reporting on that kid. I mean, granted, he was stupid and he thought he was being funny and he stole that sign from the airport.
Don't do that.
But didn't he end up dying? Over there in prison, there was somebody an American that died over there.
Well, he came back and he died here, but
it's because he was so malnourished.
Yeah.
Also, my hair is looking
fabulous.
Shout out to Ali Martone.
This is what I deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Anyways, North Korea's gonna be a no for me, dog.
But stuff happens here too, though.
Yeah, actually, you know what we should talk about? Speaking of traveling, when this airs, you will be doing some traveling. You can tell people about some of your adventures.
I will technically not be in Rhode Island when this airs.
Yes, technically. Exactly. You will be... So tell some people what you're going to be doing. Or you can tell them, at least.
I have joined a monastery. It's part monastery, part Buddhist, like, retreat.
Yeah, where he eats burgers and YouTubes.
Yeah, so I'll be spending most of the time of November in Florida and the South. I'm going to the South.
I'm going
to be spending Thanksgiving, most likely. It's
not with me, which is sad, because I thought that he was going to spend Thanksgiving with me.
Lindsay, I can barely get through coffee with you.
Yeah, but it's great, because then you can
the whole time she's like, can you get me creamer? Can you give me... I'm like,
no, but it's
can we
different.
just enjoy coffee?
It's different, because then you can see me actually just get absolutely... I shouldn't say that, but I'm then tending to my family.
Yeah.
So then you can be like, oh, this is nice.
Oh, you turn into like a Latina where you have to make them a plate?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
He's like, make me a plate. You give it yourself. And then you...
No, yeah. I won't make a plate for like my grandma, or like if my mom asked me to, but I help clean up and I do,
Poor J-Man, you're not going to make him a plate?
No, Justin got 2 hands. He can make his own plate. Ladies. Let them know.
I mean, I am a mix of new school and old school, so half of me agrees, half of me is like, can you give me a plate?
My line that I had to tell my boyfriend is, and I quote, "Are your hands broken?"
Okay.
I shouldn't have told you that because now you're gonna say that to me.
Well,
be like, yes, they are.
Be like, the bills coming to the restaurant. Are your hands broken? Be like, as a matter of fact. So yeah, gonna be spending. I might be spending Thanksgiving in
Texas, right?
The great state of Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. All
right. There's a lot of. I've always wanted to try alligator tacos.
Oh,
and I feel like that's going to be one of my things.
Have you seen that show? So when I was in the vineyard this past summer with my family, like a lot of times it's funny because it's like the one time we're all around the television, like watching a show together. So it's really funny because we have to like see what like we can actually watch together. We ended up on this brand new show, and it was this woman blindfolded, or she had to do all these food tests, and then she won like $250,000
if she got them right.
Yeah. But you had to hit like 20 different things. But it could be like, okay, what's the secret ingredient in this? What's the spice they use?
That's tough. I can't do that.
She was really, really good at it. I don't think I would have been able to do it, but it was a pretty cool show. But one of the last things that was the hardest was like, what animal does this come from? And it was alligator. And she remembered that it was like a texture thing. She didn't like it, but she remembered that she went with her boyfriend somewhere and she had alligator tacos.
Really?
Yeah. So
it's like, I can always, one time we went to Maine and with a bunch of Mainers and they were making deer sausage.
Yep.
But deer sausage in itself doesn't taste good.
Justin loves deer sausage.
Time out. Does he love the deer sausage or does he love the ton of spices that they put into it?
Probably, yeah. Because
they have
it in New Hampshire too.
They have to season the hell out of deer meat to make it edible. Yeah. You can't just have plain it's not like a steak.
I've eaten it. Like, I've lived in Michigan, all right? Let me tell you. I had a piece of deer like steak and I did not like it. Actually,
it's like too gamey.
Yeah, Justin made had some venison here and he made it and I tried a piece and I was like, nope, still don't like it. Yeah. He's like, I don't understand how you don't like it. I'm like, because I don't like it.
I don't like liver either.
I never had liver.
Really? Mm-hmm. You're not missing much, but people absolutely. Supposedly it's supposed to be good for you. All the stuff that you really don't like, they always tell you is good for you, so you can eat. But yeah, Mississippi, probably dipping my toes into Louisiana. I've always wanted to go to New Orleans, so it's kind of my bucket list. I don't know how much time I have left on this planet, Lindsay. So
plenty.
I am going to just...
He's in perfect health before everyone freaks out.
I don't know. My hands are broken, apparently. So, also, real quick, before we get into anything else, too, I just want to talk about your Halloween costume and how... It wasn't very nice, and you shouldn't be making fun of people that have no hair. Oh, you can't even see it. Oh, there we go. She went as a bald man. No, I'm just kidding. All right, but happy...
I actually went as you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That was... No, this is a wig cap, ladies and gentlemen, for many looks that I have on my makeup channel. Go check it out.
So, happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there.
Mm-hmm. Happy Thanksgiving.
Couple things.
To my little turkeys.
Yeah, I think that we're going to have...
My big question, write this down.
Yeah.
I want to know what percentage of people... Y'all see that meme? That's like, imagine finding out that you're marrying into that family that runs 5Ks on Thanksgiving morning. Well, shout out to my best friend Kelsey, who did just get married in October. That was the family that she was like, nope, I'm not doing it. Nope. Now, see,
wait, she married into one is not participating?
Yes. Girl, if you know, like, no, she's not going to do
Here's the thing. In thery, I want to be...
it's great.
In theory, I want to be that person. I really do.
Okay. I like to work out.
Let's go pre-burn off the calories that we're about to just absolutely consume. And I also want to be the person that on New Year's Day does the polar bear plunge thing.
So my uncle does that every year. Nah, not for me. I just can't. I'm a baby.
I'm not big on beaches, and this is what I mean by beaches. I love the beach, but when you go swim in the ocean, there's just water mixed with sand that gets into your shorts, and it's just horrible.
You got a little uncomfortableness down there?
There's a lot that happens. In that region right there. So, and it's going to be freezing cold. I'll do that like in probably California or like Mexico.
They probably don't do it there because that totally defeats the purpose.
Like this is the pelican.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think I'm pretty sure I'll have to double check, but I think that in the Thanksgiving in Mississippi might be doing a fried turkey. You ever done a fried turkey?
No, but I've done a lot of stories about people that burn their houses down from fried turkeys.
Well, you have to do it the right way.
Of course, down south they make fried turkey.
Yeah, but you know why it's so popular, right?
No.
It literally encases it, so all the juices are inside. It's almost like a...
I'm sure it's delicious.
It's phenomenal. And especially, some people, not everybody, but some people fight over the skin. But especially when it's fried, because you're getting like the hot wings.
Crisp. Wait, now, have you ever had a dry turkey before?
I try to stay away from dry turkey.
Yeah, here's a PSA for everybody making your turkey this year. Don't dry it out.
Wait, why would you dry out a turkey?
You don't do it on purpose.
Oh.
I'm just saying, you're either not prepping it or you're cooking it too long or whatever.
Yeah.
We are in this day and age where we have Google, we have Alexa, we have the internet, we have Ask Jeeves, if you please.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever eaten a dry turkey? Because let me tell you, I've stomached some dry turkeys before, and they ain't good.
There is something that I find absolutely revolting in this world, and that's dry food. And I think that's why I love sauces, because dry food.
Revolting. That's such a
I
powerful
find it,
feeling.
Well, even like pizza, I'm not big on crust unless it's a good crust.
Love a crust.
And if I have some dip for the crust, now we're talking.
You like the sauces.
I like the sauces.
I could see that for sure.
I'm not a cracker guy. Even when I was a young kid getting the communion, I'd be like, "Thank you."
What was that?
I had a little sauce for my communion.
Oh.
Like,
First of all, did you go to a Catholic church when you were younger?
I did. I know all the prayers and everything. That's a whole other episode.
Oh, this is interesting. I didn't know about this.
That's why I carry around a lot of guilt, Lindsay.
Well,
because I'm Catholic.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, I grew up Catholic. I've expanded my thought processes and beliefs, but I have that
Italian Catholic. Girl.
I have that one of the pillars that makes Lupe is a Catholic pillar. Yeah.
One of your pillars of Catholicism is guilt.
No, one of the pillars that makes up me as a person is being Catholic. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that about you. Look
but like it's deep, like Roman Catholic, like what was that movie? Angels and Devils? No, the Da Vinci Code. Like
I never saw the Da Vinci Code. It's too long.
Yeah.
It's too long.
You're right. Your attention span is that of a gnat.
Yeah.
That of a gnat.
Where's a cat?
That's why I think news was great for you, because it was like these little 3-minute clips. Yeah, let's talk about something real serious for 30 seconds, and what's the weather?
That's probably why. Yeah.
You're like, oh, God, that was boring. All right, next topic.
Oh my God, a 45-second VO. I was like, is this done yet?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, guys, Thanksgiving. I'll let you take this segment. So Thanksgiving is a big one. Thanksgiving comes with a whole bunch of baggage.
You know the song? You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant.
I do not.
All right, my dad listens to it every Thanksgiving. He puts it on, and I'm gonna be terrible right now, and I have to Google it.
But don't play it. We don't want to get copyrighted.
No, I mean I know they're gonna think that I just looked up Alice in Wonderland by accident because I'm not paying attention. Okay, Arlo Guthrie, that's who it is. Okay,
Arlo Guthrie.
So my dad has a record, so he plays vinyl every year on Thanksgiving when we switch off, because sometimes Thanksgiving's at my house, sometimes at my grandma's house. Yeah. But we play that every year, so that song, that's what I think of for Thanksgiving. And I know that some people think of Adam Sandler's Turkey Song.
I do like that song.
That is funny.
That is a good song.
I can't remember a good line from it, though.
I can
just hear it in my head.
I am going to get that record for your dad.
Which one?
So that can be the second song that he plays every Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I'll find it.
Do you think they have that on vinyl? They've got it. They have everything on vinyl.
Everything's coming back on vinyl.
That's true. Cardi B put on vinyl.
Listen, guys, it's like fashion. You know how everything, like when I was in
the 90s are back, baby.
Yeah, like it's always, I think, what, two decades back, so we're in 20, so like the end of the 90s, 2000s right now. If I start seeing those skateboard shorts again and pants, man, I'm gonna lose it.
Why? Because you could have saved yours?
Because I couldn't. No, I didn't. I never. That's for the rich kids. I was in the corner. No. So same thing with music, especially you're starting to see a lot of these artists. It's so funny that when we were growing up, the artists were sampling stuff from the 70s, and then now these new kids, they're sampling stuff from what was sampled from the 70s. So it's kind of like rewashing it, the music. Yeah. Like I heard one of these new artists, he was using like the Dua Lipa Elton John song. That's good. An Usher beat, and I was like, what? I was ready to sing Usher, and I was like, damn it, that's not even Usher.
Oh, doesn't that make you feel old?
Yeah.
That does make you feel old. I hate that. That's
you.
all right. No, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about how it can be both a wonderful and thankful time, and it can be also a stressful and not so wonderful time. That's the best way to put it, right? We all know the holidays can bring up some... with your fam.
Yeah, I'm thinking of all the Thanksgivings. Yeah. There's always an argument.
Well, first of all, let's see.
Yeah.
Especially if you have alcohol involved.
Ooh.
Alcohol will get everybody going. Somebody in the family always brings up politics. I want to throw them out the window. Why do we need to talk about politics when we're at the table? And I'll be like, so how's that turkey, dry?
So here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for a second. So,
unless of course they agree with my political views, then they can talk about it all the time.
That's your whole life. What are you talking about? So usually when you have Thanksgiving, right? There's different scenarios, but in some scenarios, when you're having Thanksgiving with family, maybe it might be family they haven't seen in a long time, that maybe you don't really talk to that much.
Mm-hmm. It's extended family. Usually
so it's extended family. You see them. You see them 3-4 times a year tops. They might like your Facebook page, things like that.
But you know they're calling Auntie Sarah to tell them about what you're doing on Facebook.
So sometimes it's tough to come up with topics to talk about. So what do
you clearly haven't been to my
Hold on. So usually what do people go to? Talk about the weather, right? We talk about politics, but you also talk about like what's AKA trending, what's new in the news. So usually every other year is an election year, right? Mm-hmm. And those years that are not, somebody's complaining about who won the last time or who should be in there the next time.
But why? Why isn't it that you wouldn't see family that you haven't seen in a while and been like, what are you up to in your life? Like, what have you been doing? Like, I want to know about you. I'm interested in you. Why do we want to talk about news?
Well, I think it's more than news. It's politics hits different aspects of life. Right?
Yeah, my nerves.
Yeah.
That's mostly it.
Everyone's gonna love that. That's a good soundbite. But it can be like, oh, how you doing? Oh man, I can't find a job. It's because it's President what's his face, or it's I couldn't get here on time because the flights were delayed because of what's its face. So like politics always hits every aspect. It controls the price of a lot of things.
Well, people think that politics hits every like the president is standing on the tarmac holding your plate back. We'll give you from your family.
Like, oh, you said that about me on Instagram? Mm-hmm. Cancel that flight.
Yeah, and it's done.
So
I'm just saying there's so many other topics that you can bring up.
Again, I was playing devil's advocate.
Like, I don't know, if I'm seeing somebody that I haven't seen in a while, I want to know, maybe they have a child, I want to talk to them about, how their kid's doing, do they like school, like, I don't know.
Well, they can't like school because of the dang president, so it always goes back to things like that, so.
And that's I'll just go back to my pepperoni.
That's what I mean when I say that, yeah.
I get that, but anyways, there are some taboo topics, and there are some things that are, inevitable to come up on holidays. That is one of them. So let's talk about how to diffuse the conversation. Because sometimes things get heated and you're like, God, I just want to eat my turkey, shut up. But you can't say that at the table. You get smacked by your grandma.
So there's two things that, again, these aren't right answers. I'm just letting you know what I've done in the past. One.
Leave.
You just shut down.
It's like, well, that's been good. It's been fun.
You're like, I'm just going to put my head down. Because if I get involved, this conversation's going straight revolution.
It's true.
Or another thing that I do really well is I lighten the mood with like a joke or something.
Another thing that I do really well.
Yeah, I it's pretty well. It's award winning. But I saw it on my peripheral. So I'm not saying those are the right things to do to shut down or to make light of it, but
I really wish that you were coming to my Thanksgiving just saying, because then I could point everything to you. I could be like, so Lupe, we don't know Lupe, let's talk about Lupe.
That's always great when you're, And that's another thing. If you have somebody over for Thanksgiving, don't shed the spotlight on them. Let them just integrate organically, because then the whole table does this.
We're different people. I've had many. You know what though? Because of my news life, like all through my 20s, I've been to weird places for Thanksgiving.
Right.
Like me and my friend Kelsey, when we lived in Michigan for Thanksgiving, like literally one Thanksgiving, we watched Fruitvale Station. Michael B. Jordan. Did you ever see that movie? One of his like earlier movies.
No, but
it's sad. It was so good, and it had popcorn.
But honestly, if he's in it, I'm watching it.
I know. Same. Sorry, Lori Harvey.
Okay.
But no, seriously. And I've had like Kelsey's come to my family's house when she was in Maine, when she couldn't, you know what I mean, if she had to work, because sometimes you have to work all the holidays. Yeah. So that's one of the things that first I said is first of all, the holidays are gonna be weird for me this year because I'm not working.
Yeah. Is
that gonna be too much family time? I'm gonna be wishing that I was working. Just kidding, Mom. I love you. But I have had a lot of friends. You're gonna lie
and be like, oh, something just broke out in the Civic Center. Like, it's
I'm
not
called
the Civic Center
I'm gonna be
anymore.
like, the American Heart Association just cured heart disease.
Yeah.
I need to leave. Sorry. My mom's gonna be like, what? But no, seriously, I feel like I've been in a lot of weird situations for holidays. So
yeah.
I'm kind of a good, like, I'm good at just like small talk with people. Like I can like bring up like whatever. But for those that aren't good at small talk, safe topics, weather, coffee.
If you like
food.
If you like to spice it up, talking about weather, let's talk about climate change and its effect on every.
Like, see, this is exactly why I.
If you want me to spice up your wedding, oh my God, your holidays. Call me.
Oh, weird. No, all I'm saying is that there are going to be people that continuously bring it up, but you're just going to have to either let it slide or, hey, if maybe that's your battle and you want to pick it.
Yeah.
Now, I want to transition to that one family member that everybody hates, but you have to invite them to Thanksgiving. And I'm thinking of one specific person, not in my family, in my ex-boyfriend's family.
I want to jump in
high
real quick.
school.
Why do you have to invite them? Devil's advocate. Because it's the right thing to do. What is the right thing to do on their end?
Not show up. No. They
I like how we went.
Always,
no. But
there's always that one person that you're like, oh God, I don't want to deal with this person, whatever. And they always like. What is the time limit that you can deal with somebody? Lupe is like, well, I'm already over mine for the day. We've already been at 23 minutes.
Yeah, 23.
But no, seriously, like when people are around family, because I'm serious. We joke about it, but we do want to acknowledge the fact that we know that the holidays can be stressful for some people. Some people have really terrible relationships with their family. Also, we should know that part of the Roadie Foodie fam, like family, you choose your family. Mm-hmm. I know that they say you don't choose your family, but we are firm believers that you can totally choose your family. Oh, so cool. Go somewhere this holiday. Do something for you.
I think...
I just like totally went off on
Yeah, you went 3 directions at one time. Duration. I think that a meal...
But what if you get there like my mom's house and the meal's not done?
Well, let me build it for you. Let me build the photo. A meal plus dessert.
Yeah, but you got to have that meal time.
Anchored by a little chit chat, and that's it. And I'm a firm believer in. I like going to bigger dinners, right?
Oh, the best.
I'm talking like 8, 10, 12 people plus. You know why?
My family's house.
Because it's more. You can play zone better.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if you just have 4 people, you're like, yeah, so the weather.
Yeah, and you have...
Yeah, we should do renewable energy to fix it. Like, sorry. No, but at least with a bigger, you can have that intimate conversation and you could be talking about something totally different.
You know what I love to do? Because I play zones. When we go to my grandma's house. Now, my dad's one of 4 boys. Okay, so we got a big Italian family, like whatever. There's nothing like Christmas Eve when like all the brothers show up and everybody's there. So I like to sit a little bit more towards my mom,
Yeah.
not too close to my dad so he can steal my food.
Yeah.
And then, but in the middle, so that I can do the conversations in front of me. I can go to the left of me. I can go to the right of me.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I'll be at the right of me. My mom will start saying something, and I'll be like, "Yeah, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And next." And I just like it's I do like that. So I've never thought of it that way, but that's exactly what I do.
So that's what I do. I like bigger things, bigger events. But there's
The bigger the better.
there is something
I have
sweet.
my hoops on.
There is something sweet and there is something sweet and intimate about a smaller Thanksgiving as well.
I will say during COVID we had pretty small holidays, obviously, because it was just immediate family.
Yeah.
And it was just me, my parents, and my younger sister for Thanksgiving. It was the four of us, and it was kind of funny. It was fun, but I'm very, very fortunate. I do have a good relationship with both my parents, with my sister. So, and I realize that I'm very fortunate. I know that not everybody is in that situation, but it was kind of nice for me, the opposite, being in a huge group all the time.
Yeah,
to then kind of sit with just my parents and my sister. My older sister couldn't come, and my niece, because they're in Connecticut, obviously, so they couldn't cross state lines. But
Yeah.
But it was nice one year to have that kind of small, intimate, change coming from a big family. You know what I mean? Coming from a big family, bigger family, I should say.
And I think getting on a more serious note, and this is going to be a lifelong.
Where are we going with this?
Adaption. Oh my God. Adoption.
Literally and physically? Literally and figuratively?
Metaphorically?
Metaphorically?
No, I'm just kidding. Is especially during the holidays, and it's okay if you make people feel uncomfortable. That just means that it's part of your growth. Is make sure that you are retaining your boundaries.
I love that.
I think a lot of people like to rewrite history, especially. People seem to, in certain settings, act a certain way. Like, let's say you weren't the best parent, right? But in a social setting with the rest of the family, you're like, "Oh, sweetheart, let me get you the coffees and the salsas." And it's like,
Where did this
who
voice
are you?
come from?
I'm like, who are you? Like, you're not like this. You were. But you can still be an adult and get through the events. But just make sure that you set your boundaries. You don't.
I love that you bring that up.
Act fake. You don't act not yourself.
I feel like we've talked about boundaries on the. Have we explained?
That is the subtitle to our write this down is boundaries.
Yeah, honestly, that one big takeaway that I think kind of encompasses everything that we've talked about, whether it's who you talk to, where you go, what makes you comfortable, is everything encompasses boundaries, I guess, this holiday. Like, I think it's really important to remember too that
I mean, we had a we won't say her name, but we had a recent friend do that with an acquaintance, right? When we talked about it at dinner.
of course.
I've had other people who have had, and it does take courage to talk about you have to talk about the uncomfortable stuff. So you have to go to that person sometimes and say, "Hey, we can say hi and bye and how's the weather." But like that's it. I don't want to be fake in public.
So that's what I was trying to figure out how to say is it's okay if you're in the room with somebody that you had a blow up. You don't have to ruin the entire day and rehash everything. And I think that's when you say people want to rewrite history. You don't have to bring it up all over again. They remember. I promise. They remember.
Oh yeah.
They remember. Just sit there, eat your dry turkey, and scooch or don't go.
Yeah.
I've had I remember an old colleague of mine was talking to me about how, she had a previous very uncomfortable situation and yada yada yada, and with a family member. I digress. And she was trying to figure out if she should go to this event. And I had said, "Well, do you feel comfortable going? Do you think that you can carry yourself and be mature enough?" And that's where your boundaries come in, because some people might know themselves enough to be like, "You know what? No, I don't even want to be in the room with this person."
Yeah.
Then okay. Then that's your boundary. Then do something else.
Yeah.
And don't feel bad about it.
I do that all the time. If I don't want to be somewhere, or if I am, because I'm starting to learn that, what's that word? Empath?
Empath, yeah.
So I'm starting to learn that
You're very much an empath.
that like if I walk into a room and that energy is just off, I'll just shut down or I'll just want to leave.
So
But
every time he comes to hang out with me, he'll ask me if I've eaten before. Because if I haven't eaten,
no,
like,
that's anytime I see you, not just when I come to your house. And I did mess up. You know why I messed up? Because we set earlier alarms. I wasn't even thinking about food.
We sat down and I go, so, no munchkins? No,
I
no
forgot
munchkins?
the munchkins!
Anyways.
So, yeah, and it's, you just have to be true to yourself. It's your holiday, too. So
yeah, of course.
Keep that in mind. It's your holiday as well, and you're there for a good time. And
a good time in how you want to spend it. Again, it doesn't have to be with your parents. It doesn't have to be with your immediate family. Like, if there's somewhere else that you want to spend your holiday because that makes you feel better and safer, do that. I think we're really starting to learn in this time. We talk about mental health in the show all the time, and that's, going back to boundaries, but also that, we only get a short amount of time on this planet, and we should be sticking up for ourselves. And just because somebody is blood related to you doesn't necessarily mean that you need to, I don't know, throw your turkey in that oven for that sounds really terrible.
Yeah, no, it's true. And just
It's a terrible analogy.
And listen, man, I was watching this TikTok. It was this elderly lady, and I was like, wow, she has her own TikTok. First of all, I find amazing when older generations embrace newer technology.
Oh yeah, I love that.
There's like a grandma out there called the gaming grandma, and all she does is like play video games and like stream, but like she's famous now because,
Does she have a Twitch?
She has a Twitch, yeah.
I love it.
But they also say like older generations should get into gaming because it gets their mind stimulated from doing like the quests, and it also
my Grams likes the crosswords. That's more her recipe.
But it also helps with their eye coordination. But it's so anyways, there's a lot of benefits to it. So this TikTok was this.
Hold on, honey. I'm in physical therapy.
Oh, Christmas? Yeah, I sent you on Amazon. It's okay. I have to beat this level. So this TikTok is ran by this elderly lady.
Does she run it, or does someone run it for her?
No, she runs it. And the tag is what I thought retirement would be, right? So, it starts really nice. It says 8 a.m. and she's like putting in some muffins, and then she waters her plants, and then she takes her dog out for a walk. And then when she gets back, she's eating the muffins, and then it says 10 a.m. And then the video ends like this. Like she just goes, like, what else am I supposed to do? So the whole point of the video, at least, and I think it's the type that you can, it can be different things for different folks, how you interpret it. But for me, it was, don't wait to live your life until retirement, because in my eyes, and at least
he's half retired.
Yeah, I am semi-retired. It's the best thing that's ever happened. But anyways, is don't wait. Don't have fun. Don't wait until retirement. Like, retirement is such a thing that I think has been sold to us, so that we just work until we are frail, until we're like 70, 80, and then the whole point of the video is like, okay, she did this couple things, and then, but she's too tired to do anything else for the rest of the day. Like, it's like that famous video of the Venice where it was the elderly couple. They're in the gondola, and they're just like knocked out, and the thing says, retirement is a scam. Don't wait until, go to Venice when you're younger, where you can enjoy it.
If you can afford it.
Yeah, here's the thing about traveling, is everyone thinks that you have to stay in the 5 Diamond, exactly, flip the hair, just flip it. You have to stay in the 5 Diamond hotels and everything. No.
Well, we ain't trying to stay in a campground in the back of your Subi.
No, but you don't have to do that either. There's middle grounds. But anyways, the whole point of it is it's your holiday. Enjoy it your way. Because time goes by like that. I mean, I can attest to how fast life is going for me.
I know, like he's already almost 60. Anyways, all right. I digress. Let's talk about something that we love.
I'm gonna set a boundary right now. I am not 60.
All right. Anyways, calm down. All right. I want to talk about your best pre-Thanksgiving night out. We know it is a big drinking holiday. Don't drink and drive, guys. Be safe. This is a PSA from Write This Down. Write that down. Don't be stupid.
So
Uber, Lyft. Call your mom.
So after this is pre-Uber. After my years in radio, I worked in nightlife, and
Yeah, you did.
I have nightlife, and yeah, and
he's like, and that's that, and we're moving on.
Thanksgiving Eve is the biggest, besides New Year's Eve, is the biggest
drinking holiday of the year.
The year. And that says something too.
Yeah, because I was always reporting. So
says something.
I didn't go out for many, many years. I wasn't able to go out. I'm asking you this because I've really only gone out maybe once or twice because I'm always working Thanksgiving morning. So that was the story that I would always do if I wasn't anchoring.
Yeah.
It was how many drivers or how many drunk drivers.
Yeah, and you don't have to do that anymore. We have Uber, Lyft. There's just so many different.
For real.
And if they don't have that, then call. There's still taxis out there, believe it or not. Or call Uber Eats and DoorDash and have it delivered to you and be like, hey, can you give me a ride over here for $20? They probably
seriously, they'll definitely
be like, cash. I don't have to split it with the app. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's different ways to get around it too. But yeah, it's just
write that down.
It's shenanigans. Yeah. We'll leave it there.
Oh, I feel like there are some juicy stories there.
I just don't have the energy like I used to. But when I used to have the energy, I used it wisely.
I don't know if this was Thanksgiving Eve. I feel like it was. And my boyfriend won't watch this podcast, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But he actually woke up in his car, in the backseat of his car, outside of McKinley's in East Greenwich one Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And his keys were inside the bar.
Hold on.
Do you remember this?
No.
I was going to say, please tell me you were there, because I'd like to know more.
I'm debating on how much I want to tell the story. 1 second.
I mean, I vote that we tell it.
I just don't want to. I don't want to put myself in a certain light.
All right, but first of all, we know you have changed immensely over the years.
I have grown.
You went from Lupezi
Oh my god.
to Guadalupe. I don't know where that accent came from, but it really sounds sophisticated in my eyes.
I went from Burnett's to an expensive mezcal from Cancun. No, so we threw an event one time with a actress, and it was a pretty big event. But the problem is that we had an open bar for like an hour. I'm already twitching. I'm twitching.
The night before Thanksgiving?
Yes, because it was sponsored by a liqueur company. So it was usually, promotions 101 in order to get people through the door. Say, hey, we got free booze. But you do it from like 9 to 10, really early in the night. Mm-hmm. Right? So, and you cap them.
Which can be
you cap them.
Horrendously dangerous as well.
But I... being the crafty fellow that I am, similar to. I know. I'm trying to think of. Yeah,
He's like, I too slept in a vehicle.
I did. So I remember waking up. I had a Ford Explorer at the time. I was in the car, and I vividly remember this guy, and. In my mind, hold on.
Where is this going?
In my mind, probably little sunshine, happy hippie Lupe was like, oh, he was probably just trying to help me. But I remember, like, my door was closed. It was cracked, right? Because, when you drink too much, your body's just overheating. And it's typically a little cooler that time of the year, right? So I remember cracking it. And, playing the back of my head, this guy was definitely trying to rob me.
Okay, I'm like...
Yeah. Because I remember closing it, and I remember, just... I wasn't going to drive. I knew I was going to sleep, and I did. I slept in the back, that fold down and makes a bed. And I remember just sitting there.
Man.
I remember just sitting there like this. right? And this guy, he was trying so hard to get inside the car, but I was smart enough to not open that door. But I almost did because I wanted to.
Oh.
So.
So you.
I don't think that was the. No. A little bit was before he got there, and then I was smart enough to watch him go that way, and then. But here's the part that sucked. It was in a Wendy's parking lot.
Love that for you.
And something happened where on Thanksgiving Day there was like a freaking heat wave. So
I remember this.
Yeah.
I was at a high school football game.
Okay.
I'm not going to say I was in high school or not.
Yeah.
But I was at a high school football game, and I had this brand new sweater dress that I was dying to wear. No one told me it was going to be 75 that day. This is me at the game, sweaty.
Yeah. So how about this, right? I'm like this, and I'm waking up.
His hands were broken.
Yeah, I was like this, and I woke up cooking. I was a baked bean from the morning sun. Just
more like a baked potato.
Yeah.
Cancel Lindsay. So you woke up like a baked.
We'll delete this video by accident. So yeah, and then I got up and I got Dunkies and I felt better. But I remember that was probably that Thanksgiving was probably the last time I drank that much.
Yeah.
To where it was. I didn't even get to enjoy the rest of the night. That's the part that sucks too.
Circling back because I do follow Corporate Natalie now on TikTok, and she's hilarious.
She is hilarious. Yeah.
Can we circle back to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's funny because
But
I've
don't
always
judge
had to
me,
work.
guys.
I'm sure.
Literally,
I want to hear your stories, guys. You
Two
have to tell us.
seltzers and I'm done these days.
Well, these days, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny because circling back to the people that work out on Thanksgiving, because I always worked Thanksgiving morning, and I always did the morning show, and then that was it. I would usually be done by 7:30, and they always do those special like holiday classes, whatever. So I actually have been that person that has worked out, either done a big workout class or a spin class or something for many years.
It's great. I mean, you burn off 1,000 calories before consuming 3,000. So.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to do that this year because I don't know if I'm going to wake up.
Yeah.
But I would like to but see, now I'm like,
I do want to be, and also another thing that I want to do, and this is probably not going to be this year, maybe next year, is I've always wanted to do the whole, like, Santa bar crawl thing. Where you get the hat, you wear the...
In New York City?
They do them all over the U.S., but, like, wherever they're doing it this time next year, I'm joining in on the fun.
They always do it the weekend of my birthday in New York City.
Your birthday's in March.
Did you hear Gandor? Gandor.
He's like, oh no, he said it.
Gandor made.
Either he laughed, he went.
Yeah, he made some noise. But no, yeah, they always do it because I remember going to see my ex in the city one year, and I was on the bus, and all of a sudden, like 17 Santas.
I just find that
and I was
so
just
fun.
like, what? Yeah. No, I would love to do that though. That'd be fun. But I wouldn't be the girl and like. You know, girls try to look like cute and wear like they're like skanky, like super,
I'm
like
wearing the oversized.
I would wear like a full ass beard, like I'd be that girl. You know, Mean Girls. It's like Halloween is the time for girls to dress like a slut, and then there's Katie Heron.
Yeah.
I am Katie Heron.
Yeah, I would probably I would do the white beard, the hat. You just have to do it all.
Would you dye your beard?
Not dye it, but they have like that spray on stuff.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, like yeah.
I'll probably
That'd be
do
sick.
that. So,
Same. I would just grow it out, and I mean, if I give it a couple months, maybe it would go out.
Stop it. So anybody around the U.S., comment down below. Let me know if there's like a Santa bar crawl, Santa con in your town, because I would love to do that.
You love, yeah. And I want to hear all your
pre-Thanksgiving
stories, guys. Maybe we'll unpack some of those coming up toward the holidays.
This is the December something. Whenever we do the next podcast, we're gonna. Man, that's hot. So you ready for
my 30th? It will also be my 30th birthday cast. There will be tacos involved.
She's 3 months ahead. All right. Life questions. You ready?
Shoot. Oh.
What?
Yeah,
yes.
shoot.
Yeah. No. Do you have something I can stay to the end of the video, or you want to say it now?
No, I was just gonna say before we get into the questions,
yes.
we should say, write this down. Be safe this holiday.
Yes.
Be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And set boundaries with your family. Do not feel overwhelmed. Choose you first.
Oh, I also want to say this too.
Those are the big takeaways we want you to write down this week.
How do I want to say this? This is going to fall under the setting boundaries. And this can go either way.
Okay.
More or less. Hold on, give me 1 second here. I always have like an avalanche of words, and I want to make sure I put them in the right sequence.
Okay. Can't relate.
I like your sweater.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just let it all out. Maybe I gotta do that. So this is gonna fall under the set boundaries, guys. Is if you want to have an extra plate, have an extra plate. If you don't want to eat as much and everyone's trying to get you to eat more, set those boundaries. So what I mean by more or less is if you want to have seconds, thirds, get as much as you want. If you want to have a nice little humble meal, right? Because you're working on yourself, then do that. Don't let people pressure you, try to put more food on your plate. So that's what I mean by more or less. Set your own boundaries on your own food and stick to them. Don't let anybody pressure you to eat more or eat less. This is your holiday as well. Yeah. So that was the last thing I wanted to say.
That's great. I love that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Da, 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 da.
Fire squad.
Let's go.
What is the most useless thing they taught in school? Everything. You took my answer. Well, here's the thing. I think school is one of those things that is kind of antiquated, and I don't mean by learning, but I mean about the way that it's set up. Because it's set up where we all used to be farmers.
You know what the most the most useless thing is? Do you remember in phys ed in elementary school, you had to throw that like
the
multicolored parachute on, and then you had to sit on your butt?
Yeah.
That. What did that teach you? Nothing, and it wasn't really that much exercise.
Yeah, I believe in middle school, some of my classmates got in trouble for smoking the Lord's tobacco under that hot box in it. So they're teaching you physics on how to hot box. My thing is, I always hated this, and I think it's because sometimes I'm a straight and narrow guy, and sometimes I hate authority. And I have to, as I've gotten older, I've gotten less rebellious, but I've gotten rebellious in other ways, right? So less rebellious on exchanges, communicating, but more in like, I'm going to live my life the way I want to now. I'm more of a rebel that way. Mm-hmm. So one thing that I hated was asking to go to the bathroom. That always... Woo! I am going to just
wait.
Go. And I've gotten in trouble for just going.
I was going to say, but did you ever get told no when you actually had to go?
Yeah.
I sometimes
got detention.
That I could have just peed myself. Now it would be out. Yeah. Now in today's day and age, it would be.
You would have gone viral on TikTok.
Yeah, seriously, that would have been great. No, but serious answer, algebra. Guess what? Yeah. In my life, I've never had to solve for X. Yeah. Ever. Or A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And I don't know if we talked about this in a previous podcast, but in my high school, the year that I went, they got rid of shop. They got rid of...
Oh, I'm shocked. Shop's huge.
Working on cars, how to... Like, life skills. They got rid of these things because they were just pushing math and science so that they can just make more student loans, basically. It was this whole...
That's upsetting.
Yeah, so... It was algebra. Thank you. Yes.
All right. Next.
I'm gonna be started on that, man. Guys, the trades is the way to go.
That's huge. That's really upsetting.
If it makes unless you find something that makes you happy that you want, don't.
If you were tactical,
don't just get a degree to get a degree because then it's nothing. I have so many friends that have degrees that they don't use it for what they went to school for. But if it's something that you want to go to school for and it makes you happy and that's how you want to make a living, then do it. But if you're doing it because people are telling you that that's the way to make money, it's not.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I know some plumbers, man. They are balling.
Oh, electricians?
Electricians, folks that do construct, what's the stone thing? Masonry?
Masonry.
Okay.
All right,
Next. What's your opinion on open relationships?
No.
She didn't even let me finish. question.
Is there something else?
No, I'm
Next
talking.
question.
I'm not talking about opinion. Well, I guess opinion is one's self thought. This is, hold on, before I can already hear it in your brain rattling around. So, I don't judge people. If that's your thing, I know you do. I don't.
It's not my strongest quality.
This is why this is a great partnership here. I don't judge people, right? I actually know a couple people that have been in some. And the one thing that I will say is that if you have to be convinced to be in one, it's already destined to fail.
I agree with that.
You have to be a certain type of person. If you find that other certain type of person and it works, good for you. But I think for most people, it probably doesn't work.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. But you personally?
Absolutely not.
All right. Justin wanted me to ask that question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, no, hold on. He was asking about a throuple. Is it throuple? Is that how you say it?
It's a throuple.
Throuple. Okay. So Justin, no. Okay.
Next.
All right. What are you sick of seeing on social media? Would you like me to go first?
Yeah.
I hate, and I think younger me probably liked it, but they've gotten so stupid now, is pranks. Like those stupid pranks where they try to get a reaction to someone, and then they want to find them. They go, no, prank, dude, it's a prank. It'd be like, no, it ain't a prank anymore, man.
You know what mine is?
Pranks are just out of control now.
And I love Fashion Nova, whatever, but like the girls that like put up the posts that are like, oh, like get your Fashion Nova fit, and it's just them like in an outfit, like whatever. Like I'm so sick of those. Or like posts that are always advertised. Like I get too many advertisements.
Yeah.
Too many.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the shift that social media went through, as it was a peek into our personal lives that you could share with friends and family, to advertisements.
Too much.
You know why? It's because it's marketing 101. You have to go where the eyeballs are.
I know. I get it.
And that's why TikTok.
But like we know what Fashion Nova is. Like y'all can chill. Just saying. Next, I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's hurry this up.
I know. Sorry, Fashion Nova wanted me to ask you that. All right. What is last one? What is an underrated skill that people should learn? What is an underrated skill?
Communication. Interpersonal communication skills. I think everybody should take an interpersonal communication class.
That was my answer too. So we're on the same page. All right, guys. Write this down. Episode, I already lost count. What are we, 6, 7?
Something like that.
Yeah, 6, 7. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We hope that you set boundaries this holiday season and you do for you.
Yeah, and also down below, share us your favorite leftover recipes, because I do love making the sandwiches, but I feel like I want to spice it up this year.
Turkey salad with cranberry.
Turkey salad with cranberry.
Cranberry sauce.
Some walnuts in there or no? A little
You
crunch?
could if you want, but sandwich.
All right. I can always tell when Lindsay has to go to the bathroom for real. Sorry. All right, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll link down below also the channels for Roadie Foodie and also for Lindsay's
Makeup channel.
Is it called makeup channel? Like, what are you calling it?
It's a beauty channel.
You're just gonna call it like your full name?
It's just Lindsay and Lupe. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Easy peasy. And
now I was gonna say, and now you're just like
happy holidays.
Pulling
And
this out.
happy holidays and happy New Year, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.